Readers, I just finished reading a book and I'm going to do a little review of it. It's called This Book is Full of Spiders by David Wong. I don't know if you've heard of him, but I believe he's one of the writers at Cracked.com. I'll look that up and put a link in the description below. This is the second book I've read by David Wong. The first one was called John Dies at the End, and this says that it's the second John Dies at the End, and I can tell you from reading it that you don't have to have read the first book to be able to understand what's going on in here. I picked it because I really loved the first book. It's very, it's kind of like if you took some of the X-File type episodes and you made it a little more earthy, a little more like it's your friends walking around and they live in a town where there's all kinds of strange things that happen. It's not an ordinary town. There's like weird metaphysical stuff going on at the same time, but most people can't tell what's going on. There's a little bit of a horror element to this, comedy. I like that the characters in the book are like regular people. Like the main character, he works in a video store, so which I know there's not a lot of those around right now anyway, but it has, I don't want to say too much because it's such a fun book and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you like horror or comedy or quirky things or sci-fi, surrealist type stuff, any combination of that, you'll like this book. He has a couple of things where he'll tell the story and then he'll jump back a little bit in time, which normally bothers me, but it usually happens right when you're thinking, oh, I wonder what happened to so-and-so. Well, the next page he says, 2 hours earlier, so-and-so was doing this. This is what happened. So that actually worked pretty well for that. There's also a theme going throughout the book. I don't know if it's serious or I mean, it seems like a serious theme to me, but it's explored in an interesting way, and that is how fear travels through groups, you know, like large groups of people. And I don't know what else to say about that. Anyway, there are some really interesting visuals in here. Like, I don't want to give any of it away, but like creatures that kind of build themselves out of other things type stuff, and you're like put it together in your head, and it's just a strange image that you have there. I would definitely read another book by this author. He's very good. David Wong's not his real name. I can't remember what his real name is. I feel bad, but it says here, David Wong is the pseudonym of Jason Pargin. I hope I'm saying that right. Senior editor and columnist for humor megasite Cracked.com. So, and there's also a website, www.johndiesattheend.com. When the first book, John Dies at the End, they made into a movie, and it's not, if you read the book, it's kind of, it kind of reminds me of the way some of the earlier Stephen King movies are not really like the Stephen King books. It's that kind of thing. They took a couple things from the book and were like, I wonder what this would look like on the film, on a screen. So it was fun. It was fun to watch, but it wasn't really like the book. The book was better, of course. What else? Well, I love this cover. I don't know if I said that already, but look. Looks like I'm put my finger into it. It's about 405 pages long, which sounds like a lot, but really at the end I was kind of like, oh, I kind of missed the adventure being, I didn't like that the adventure was over, because it was such a fun little ride. So anyway, I recommend this book, and if anybody reads this or has read it, please please leave some in the comments what you thought of it, and if you have any recommendations for similar books, I would really love to hear about that. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.